Welcome back, folks. Welcome once again to Ireland. Welcome to Fenit Pier. Nice comfortable mark today. We've got the van, Jack, dogs, wife set up just in the background over there. 2 rods out. It's a popular mark, this. I've seen posts on Facebook about tinsel chuckers, you know, rubbish, crab pots, long lines. So far we've had cyclists, we've had school trips. I've got babies chucking himself about in the background. I think somebody's hungry. Stunning place. We've had dolphins just off the point, and we've had bites as well. I think the spider crabs. So the gear, I haven't done any filming yet. I wanted to get set up. The gear, we've got the air power with a pulley pennel rig on. At the minute I'm fishing squid and white baits on there. That's after rays. On the other side, closest to you guys, I've got the Fury, and on there I've just got a 2-hook clipped rig. I'm just fishing small squid strips, and that really wrasse, pollock, flatties maybe, flounder. We'll mix up, put some little mackerel strips on later on. We're going to scratch around and see if we can get a few more species. But like I say, the main intent for today is to get into some rays, and we'll see what other stuff we can get along the way. That's been picked clean, not a ounce of bait left on it. So crabs are definitely going to be an issue. Let's put another bait on, see how many we can feed. Good news is they've took me elastic as well, so I don't have to worry about messing about with that. There we have it then. So after that last one got picked clean, got a squid and sandeel wrap going out. That's a 3/0 bottom hook and a 4/0 circle. I think it's an octopus actually, yeah, an octopus hook on the top hook. And where I fish regularly, that would be absolute catnip to raise. Let's see if it does any good here. Right, well, the 2-hook flapper came back completely picked clean as well, so I've just been to the van, got my box of rig making bits out. And I've just added a couple of these little pop-up beads to each snood. These are the 6mm white pop-up beads from Innova. Hopefully that'll just do enough. Like I say, I'm only fishing tiny little small either fish or squid baits. Hopefully that'll be enough just to keep it up off the floor and away from the crabs. Okay. Look at this for service. We've got the catering facilities just over the way, and that rod is still just getting picked at. The air power is now the one closest to you, this one here. I'll zoom in a little bit and you can see that tip just tapping away. Still getting pecked at by crabs, I think. So I'm gonna have this sausage sandwich, leave you looking at that, and then we'll get the baits looked at. Lost my whole hook length there, so maybe it's not as clean ground as I thought it was. That left hand rod has literally been out for 30 seconds and the crabs are on it already. They're just pulling on it. Pain in the arse. I think this is going to be an afternoon of just feeding crabs by the looks of it. I know how the boys feel. The weather's lovely, but the fishing is atrocious. Other than, oh look at that hair. That's, you can tell I've not showered for a couple of days. Yeah. Oh, actually the rod tip's just ticking away again now. You can't quite see that, but crabs, man, crabs are literally rebaiting every 10 or 15 minutes now, and every time they're coming back completely stripped. So I did say I was going to pump the rods away. I'm going to chuck one more bait out, and then I'm going to, once I've got that out, I'm going to go and get the lure rod out, and I'm going to have a couple of flicks, and hopefully the lure rod can save my skin again, because it doesn't look like we're going to land anything on baits today. Right folks, well, as is usually the case, I've changed my mind. So before we go full nuclear and break out the lure rods, we've come up on the end of the point. Try and find a bit of tide, and it looks like we've done just that. So we are into slightly deeper water. I'm not casting out towards that rock as I was earlier. I'm casting straight off the point towards the beaches over there. Navionics says that it's deeper water off the edge. I can't get any further around the point, not without some serious scrambling anyway. And I'm only going to give it 20 minutes, maybe 2 sets of baits round here. So yeah, that's it. I've cast out, we've got the pennel out, we've got the 2-hook flapper out. There's not a lot more I can try other than that. So and then I think we'll probably come down here and try with the lures down here. But like I say, I'm going to give it another 20 minutes. I can still see the van. The dogs are chilling. Sarah and Jack are still napping. Hopefully he's going to nap for a good 2 or 3 hours. I think he went down at about 1:30 at the time we're on now. 2:15. So hopefully he's going to nap for another hour. I can have half an hour with the bait here, and then we can go grab the lure rod, and we'll just have half an hour or so bobbing about, see if we can't get some mini species or some pollock, some wrasse, bits and pieces like that. Because my god, it's been quiet. It's nice to see the rods moving about actually. Unfortunately, well no, that's just moving because of the tide pull. So I'm going to set you guys down. I'm going to sit down. I haven't brought the full box. I've literally just brought the bait, scissors, bait mate tool, and yeah, we're going to have 2 or 3 casts here, and then I think I've found a park up for tonight up in Galway, however you want to pronounce it, which is on the beach. So my remaining bait is still chilled in the cool box. Hopefully that'll make the 2 or 3 hour drive up there, and yeah, we'll sling some baits out tonight on the beach, because well, how you doing? Right, we have done it. We're all set up. We've got the Achios Nanotech travel spin 10 to 50 gram lure rod, Spyro RS 4000, and we've got a complete box of tricks in here. Got pretty much everything you could want. We've got plastic squids, we've got paddle tails, we've got plastics, we've got metals. There's my favourite, one of my favourites. There we go, just 40 gram metal. Got some feathers in there, no idea where they've come from, but we've got pretty much everything you could possibly want in there. We are, however, running out of time. As you'll have seen, I have fished my socks off this morning trying to find some fish on the bait. It's not worked. I did wake Jack up as I was getting the lure rod out the back of the van. Sarah's managed to get him back to sleep, but it's a bit of a ticking time bomb. So we're going to sling some lures about, hopefully find some fish, and we're going to go at it basically until Jack wakes up, and then it's time to hit the road and head north. come on, really? Oh, it's so snaggy out there. So ridiculously snaggy. Whoa. Oh, got excited then. One more cast with this one. Oh, there is something that just keeps tugging at it, just keeps playing with it. I know, I said one more cast, but try a fast retrieve. Right, let's go try something different. Right, lure number 2 then. Little paddle tail. I think these are about 20 grams. They don't cast all that well, but they should do better in and around these rocks. So I'm just going to try and keep it fairly close in, bump it round the structure that we've got right in front of us. Hopefully you can hear me all right, because you're on an older GoPro with no mic covers or any of that sort of stuff. It's a little bit breezy. Let's just see if we can't work this paddle tail and lure out a few fish. Oh, you steady. Like I say, I'm just gonna work this round in the shallows. You can tell the tide's on the turn. There's just a little bit of a swell picking up now. Wind's coming into my face, so tide's going to be heading that way. So wind against tide, it's going to chop up. You might be able to see in the GoPro a bit of a mirage out there. There's a great big sandbar. What do they call them over here? I can't remember what they call them over here. Is that working the rocks or is that a bite? It's just banging across the rocks. They don't call them gears. What do they call them? Or is it gears? Anyway, in here is, if you like, is like an inshore. It's quite well sheltered, but like I say, now that the tide's starting to turn, there's just a bit of a swell building. We're in no real danger here. It's lovely weather though. I had a hoodie on earlier when I was fishing, and I'm just in the long sleeve UV shirt now. Oh, I've got a guy, oh, he's got feathers on, tinsel chuckers. He's turned up, he's gonna go set up now right in the mark that I was fishing earlier. Watch this, first cast and he'll have a full string of fish on after I've fished it for 5 hours. Chucked a full bag of mackerel, full bag of squid, sprats, you name it, it's gone in the water. He's gonna go down there with one string of feathers on, land a shed load of fish. Oh, lovely. Mentioned it earlier about when I was fishing for rays with squid and sand eel. Certainly the favoured bait on the east coast where I fish for rays. The white and red paddle tail is definitely the favoured colour when I'm using the lures, when I'm using the plastics. But again, it might be completely different over here. I might fish 30 casts with a red and white lure and get nothing over here, and put you know, a glittery, silvery, bluey something else on, and fish go absolutely mad for it. Who knows? Right, just like that, time's up. Somebody's ready to go. How did you just sum it up?
Sat here all day for you to catch fuck all fish.
Unfortunately, it's the truth. I can't even argue. Yeah, Fenit Pier, disappointing. Ireland needs to step its game up. So far, I could have stayed at home and caught more fish, but yeah, we're heading north next. So I'm not sure where. I think we've got a couple of spots in mind. Like I said earlier in the video, possibly one of them we might be able to park up and fish again tonight, so might get a chance to use that leftover bait. Anyway, somebody is eager to go, aren't you, mate? Hey? Do you mind? Excuse me. Noisy? You don't care. I don't care. Anyway, yeah, first blank of the island trip, but that's the way fishing goes, isn't it? Sometimes can't be helped. It's not for the lack of trying. Anyway, thanks for watching, and until next time, take care and tight lines.